This review is presented by EVDANCE and D. So we're in Sicily and we're here to drive one of my favorite bikes, because I think I'm not the only one thinking these are favorite bikes. So many people like these adventure bikes. I mean, from the 1300 GS Adventure that I drove last year, completely love that bike. Such a versatile bike that you can take off-road, on-road, have some sporty drive with, and that just provides you with so many practicalities, so many technical bits, and so many comfy bits. And what they've come up with now is a model in the A2 class segment. That means that it's 178 kilos, 48 horsepower, and 420 cubic centimeters. So it's a neat, nice, compact bike. And from the look of it, this is the trophy version. There is a base version, there is an exclusive one, there is a sport, and then there's the trophy. So this is the top of the range one. And in this white and blue, it just looks stunning. And I must say that together with this off-road tires, the guards for your hands, and also the engine cover in aluminium, on a distance you can just feel like it's almost as cool as a big R1300. But what it's supposed to do as well is to flirt with the audience that are just having a restricted license for bikes, and also a more nimble light bike that is easier to handle. So you're not that intimidated as you might be when you're sitting on a 1300 GS. The design of this flyline keeps it rather low as well. You can get an Akrapovic exhaust to it as well. I think it sounds rather good. The engine is a inline, straight, 2-cylinder one. So it's not that strong. We've been out all day driving this one now. We're gonna switch over to the road version, but this has the lot. And I think that this one does a really good job. We were on a very tight, fast road, and I was, very close to the instructor. We were really pushing it. And the ground clearance, 220 millimeters, keeps you very safe, and you can put it down to very good degrees of lean angle. Easy bike to live with and to use. But there are technicalities to this bike as well that you might find on the bigger ones. So you got this 6.5 TFT screen with all the necessities that you need. You can put in media, you can get navigation, you can buckle up to a communication support system, and it's just very dimmed and good. So when the sun is shining, you can see it even when you're standing up. Really good screen, very easy to maneuver through this little rocker here. Big, thick knobs that are just so easy to use, even with big gloves on. So I like that a lot. And there's a lot of driving modes as well. You got rain, so the throttle input is a little bit, restricted. Then you get up to road. You can also go in and customize it a bit if you want the traction control to be set off and also let off the ABS a little. But that is only done in this Enduro Pro mode. So there is rain, road, Enduro, and then it's Enduro Pro. So Enduro Pro is really for them who want to go for real hardcore adventures off-road, and this is the one that provides you with that. As standard, you get heated steering grips, really good. There's no cruise control on this one, but you don't really need it, because we were driving on the motorway, and on the motorway it feels a little stressed. It works and it's very soft. I think the suspension is really good. You also get a sport suspension from the sport trim line up to this trophy, so you can set the rebound and all of that in that one as well. But I think that the suspension is something that really impressed me. Together with these tires, even though we were on some very broken roads, it is extremely compliant, and it doesn't, shake and rock your body. And you can stand up very easy because this handlebar is also adjustable and it's a little higher. So perfect position when you're standing up. 3 different configurations for the seat. This is the rally seat. a bit more open, so a bit more flexible for you to move about. That is 865 millimeters. Then I think from the standard seat, it's 845 as standard, and then you can get 830, I think, millimeters on a lower one if you're not that tall. And that's also the thing. I'm not that tall, 174 centimeters, but on this one, everything is just so easy. I can reach down, so no worries. The fine thing about the GS 1300 was that it had that automatic system that lowered it a bit when you came to a stop. Really good for me. Otherwise, you're on your tiptoes, and that's a very heavy bike. So it's all about techniques, of course. You got your board computer, very easy. It's like the same in the other ones, so well equipped. But the revolutionary thing about this bike is the ERC, Easy Ride Clutch. And I must say that that is extremely easy. It's like sitting on a scooter. You can't stall this bike because when you come to a stop, you can just put in first gear. You don't need to use the clutch. You can just set off, and then you can do it with the Shift Assist Pro, which is just so smooth all the time. And it's also very good when you drive around in traffic and you come to a traffic light or a stop or something like that. Well, you can just go down a gear, go to first, and just forget the clutch. So that is something that you need to learn, because in the beginning you are starting to use the clutch a lot. But here on this one with that option, well, it comes standard on this, but I think you should have that because it makes life very, very easy. Then of course you got dynamic traction control, you got ABS Pro, so you can use it a bit better in the curves when you're in a bit more lean down position, and all of that works. You got a single disc at the front, single disc at the back, but the feel in the brakes are really, really strong. It grows on you. It's not like you're shiver of joy when the speed increases, because it's not that fast, but it's fast enough on some small twisty winding roads, and also off-road. We've been doing a lot of different tracks off-road, and it's just so easy to have a light bike under 180 kilos. That makes it very, very flexible, so you are safe in that department as well. And I think that this is a bike that you should go for if you want to start to get into the adventures of going off-road, because it really, really delivers there. Just as its bigger brother, the 1300 and the other ones, this one does it in a bit more calm way, but still, you can have fun on it. And as usual on Motorrad bikes, and especially on these adventure bikes, you can add on so much. You can add on some roll bags here, side bags, another exhaust from Akropovich. On this one, it comes standard with these off-road footrest. You also got a engine cover here if you would fall over, and you got an aluminium engine cover. From the Sport and the exclusive one, you get a plastic engine cover. So this one can take a bit more beating. You got cross-spoke wheels, comprehensive wind and weather protection with various windshield variants, luggage system, handlebar risers, various seat variants, rally seat, low seat, and that aluminium guard. And also this little tinted windscreen, that does a lot when the wind and the rain comes along. 100 millimeter tire at the front, 130 at the back, so simple to tuck around. For me, 174 centimeters works just fine. I think you sit very well, and I think that this rally seat is well stuffed, so you just want to sit on it. It's not like you just want to stand up when you're off-road. I find it very comfortable sitting on it when it starts to rock about a little bit more. And the handlebar is just so perfect in its position. A little raised, it's golden, looks really, really good. It's not like you need to stretch out. Everything is compact on this little bike, and I really, really like it. The clutchless feel when you drive off-road is really good as well, because you can play along a lot more, but if you want to make it wheelie over some objects, well, then the clutch is there, so you can use it. And of course, you can use the clutch whenever you want. But I think that's an option that you should go for. And that little revolution in this bike, well, it does a lot. Recommend you all to have a closer look at the portable EV charger 11 kilowatts from D. Easy to use with plug and play, no app needed, just a great built-in touchscreen that is simple to use. Comes with a non-slip carrying case, wall mount, cleaning cloth and adapters for regular wall sockets. Price from just over 100 euros with no additional fees for commonly used adapters. Check out their webpage through the link in the video descriptions. D, always putting its people first, reliable, accessible, affordable. Okie dokie, helmet on, and we're setting off. Beautiful weather today. I mean, look at the palms here as well. Now it feels like summer. It feels like it's really dropped down with attitude from the GS 1300. Just love that. Love the colors. Just a nice key, no push button or anything here. And that's just something that I think always turns the clock back with great feel. That click when you put that key into the ignition. Love it. And it's just like when you step in here, or step in, and when you step on here, it just feels like a GS. And you are familiarized with all the BMW Motorrad touches, switches, and whatnot. Looks good. And this screen as well, which is just quick, crystal clear. We got this little tinted window. I mean, this is a bike that really aspires to people that are a bit, you know, afraid of stepping into motorcycling. And they were fired up. It's got some rumble, some vibrations to it. Okay, we're setting off, and this is the thing, this ERC, the Easy Ride Clutch. I was playing around with the clutch for a little, and you know, you don't need to use the clutch. That's the thing. So it's a bit of a you know, mind warp in your head, because you can just set off like on a normal scooter or something like that. Splendid. And then you got the Shift Assist Pro, which is, I mean, splendid. So slick, swift, and good. And immediately you can feel how this one is a light little bike. So we have it set in rain now. It's pretty smooth in its acceleration. I need to set it into road mode. Pretty good response. Getting into the smaller cities where it's a bit tight here in Sicily, you can feel how nimble and small it is. Driving around in third gear like this inline 2-cylinder engine has some momentum. At 3,000 RPM, you got 80% of the available torque. A bit broken road here, which feels just great. I mean, it's got the sport suspension, so you can change the rebound on this one to make it a bit more subtle and a bit more aligned to the drive that you are looking for. 14 liters of tank, and I mean a consumption of 0.38 liters per 100 kilometers. Get a range of about 350 kilometers, which is it's good for your daily commutes or a little longer trips on a bike like this. Because as I'm feeling it now, feels like this is something that you can ride on for quite some time, even with this rally seat that is, you know, a bit more hardcore. Very simple bike to ride, very simple. I can just let go of the clutch here. It feels very strange, but at the same time, extremely comfortable. I just get down to a halt, I don't touch the clutch, and then you just go again. What is this? Just becomes so easy. But you got 6th gear, so it becomes a bit more soft on the motorways, but as you reach a little over 100 kilometers an hour, you can hear that whining sound of the engine, but very stable. I mean, it cuts through the air in a very light way, so even being this compact as it is, feels remarkably relaxed on the motorway, and I like the suspension. And driving 120, well, you can feel that 6,000 RPM plus. Well, you can hear the engine, but at the same time, there's a lot of wind noise to it. Throttling it out, 6th gear. It's got some power. You know, not overwhelming in any way, but in a manageable and pretty good way. I like it, it's pretty strong, but this is more for the nippy ride, not maybe for the long runs on the motorway, even though, I mean, it works really good. Of course, we also set the 450 GS trophy on a bit more different and more adventurous stages, like in the sand, where we shot some pictures, up in the bit more hilly and foggy mountains, where mud and some water mixed together. Considering its great suspension, low weight, good off-road tires, perfect foot pegs that are also adjustable, together with the adjustable foot brake and raised handlebar, everything felt so composed and light, especially when you were riding behind someone that didn't go as fast and you needed to crawl a bit more. which can be a bit more tricky. Standing up feels both relaxed, and even at higher speeds, the control of the bike is so much more in your grip, so to speak. ERC, Easy Ride Clutch, works brilliant off-road, and the only time you need to use the clutch is when lifting the wheel quickly over a bigger object. When going downhill off-road, the engine braking also gives so much comfort and control that it feels almost automatic and without any stress for the rider. Power in both second and third gear is plenty even when the speed is lower. When giving it a little more push on the twisty roads, you can really feel the generous ground clearance, and you can lean in far more than you would expect, even on the Trophy, with the off-road tires, which offer splendid grip. EVDANCE provides all types of chargers for your EV or plug-in hybrid car. Great portable chargers, powerful wall boxes, and accessories. EVDANCE, making EV charging seamless, efficient, and accessible for everyone. Buy your charger today and get 20% off with the code EVDSEW. Click the link below in the bio and get 20% discount. You can also find the products on Amazon store.
Alrighty, so time to change your bike. Now, a step down from the Trophy. And this is the Sport version. And now we haven't got the ERC, so now we need to use the clutch. Now it's for real again. I mean, acceleration is fine, but you need to rev it some to gain some momentum with it. So let's hope we can keep up some pace now. And these tires, well, they are a bit like semi off-road and road tires, so a little better grip on the normal roads, but still plenty of grip off-road. Also like the sporty indicator when you're up at the rev limit and it flashes. But I want to set the sporty meter. I like that. This one is better, so you can see how much lean you have. These type of roads, it's perfect to use the third gear because the momentum is just enough when you're above 4,000 RPM, ringing it all the way out to about 9,000. Fun bike, fun bike. And this is also the thing about a bike that hasn't got that much power. You can floor it a lot more, bring out more of the power all the time and keep it, you know, all the way through the bends. And very easy to flick from right side to the left and vice versa. It's a perfect beginner's bike, this one. For these who might be a little afraid of motorcycling, or these that just don't want to have a too big or cumbersome bike, or a too powerful bike. This is good.
450 GS Sport differs a little from the Trophy. The Sport suspension does its job great, and this one feels very much more aimed for the tarmac and provides just that little extra focused feel of being a little more sporty. The brakes are reassuring when you need to trail brake a little more into the bends, and choosing the right road makes this bike a terrific one for a new rider that wants to start from scratch and level up in a secure way. That's also due to the full throttle input in second and third before braking and leaning into the next corner, which becomes so manageable with the lean 48 horsepowers. And all that just makes it so much fun. Starting price for the GS 450 base is 86,500 Swedish crowns or 7,946 euros.